Hello. Thanks for tuning in to Politically Almost. Um, so, yeah, we have hello, one viewer. Thank you. You're the person that always likes to thumb down every single video I post 5 seconds after I posted. You're that person. Because you're deranged. Yeah, yeah. You know, it's your life. I mean, you can't just like obsess over someone and like anytime they post something. I don't leave a thumbs down in anybody's video ever. Why this person feels the need to like come on every single thing I post and put a thumbs down says more about them than me. I don't give a shit. You can do what you want, but I think you need a psychologist or psychiatrist, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, so today, if you watch Super Tuesday, there were some interesting developments. I was I was thankful to see Sanders not be embraced by the majority of the country because on the West Coast and East Coast, pretty much there's a bunch of lunatic socialists at this point, which living in big cities will do to you. I really think that will be seen as a real negative as we move forward. And there's just everything bad in society happens in cities. It really does. But anyways, let me not get sidetracked. Biden won big in I think 7 states, and Sanders won 4. The problem with Biden is and I say this from someone who actually has personal knowledge of this, so please do not discard or discredit what I'm saying because I do know a little bit about this. And we'll get into that. Biden is slipping away. Um, that's someone who has not just early stages of either Alzheimer's or dementia, but it's some rapid onset. Man, the guy on stage today didn't know the difference between his wife and his sister until they were like grabbing him and like helping him figure it out. Just when there was a, was it who was it on Fox interviewed him just the other day, and he called him by, and he's like at the end of the interview, it's not the guy's name, and he's like, you can just look, my grandpa, who I love to death, who I was named after, had Alzheimer's, and I saw firsthand someone who was completely there slip away, and it was really sad because there were times where he came to live out with my mother in Walnut Creek. And I think I had my own apartment at that point, but I'd be over there quite a bit. I'm always been a family person, and he'd just be staring at me like, "Who the hell is this kid?" You know. And as your grandson, it sucks because you're like, I was pretty young. I think I was in the early 20s, but it was just kind of one of those things where you're like, oh man, I cannot let that happen to me because it's really scary and sad because you're just not there. You slip away, and that's kind of what I see in Biden right now. That's what I see. That just kind of like look in his eyes, like I'm here, but I'm not here. That's Biden right now. So I'm glad that he defeated the socialist because I'm very anti-communist. But do I think Biden stands? Well, you know what? I'm kind of ambivalent to this whole thing. I think both sides have their poisons, pretty evil. But if I'm being completely honest, Trump has done more for the issues I personally care about than any president in a long time, or possibly any president in my lifetime. So even though he sucks on the environment and he uses social media and acts like a pompous jackass, um, the economy's good. We're out of war, and he's done a lot of good things, especially for veterans. So sorry, like I look over the Democrats are complete insanity. Like the things they talk about just make me raging mad because they're nothing that I want as a taxpaying American at all. So, you know, to be our moderate choice. And it sucks because I come from a very democratic family. Um, no, not a chance. I would vote for any one of those people. Oh, who does Biden support? What did he say? He was going to have Beto O'Rourke come and take everybody's guns. Good luck, guy. So yeah, it's setting up to be Biden versus Trump. I'll call it. I'll just put out my prediction right now. Trump 400, maybe more than 400 electoral votes, complete landslide. Because to me, Biden is in rapid onset of either dementia. I don't know. That's the way it's looking to me. And you're going to have this complete where Sanders is going to be like, this isn't acceptable. You know, the DNC has stolen it from me 2 years. He's going to run independent. He's going to split the ticket. And then, you know what happens every time anybody splits a ticket? The other guy wins. So this is setting up for more winning. Love them, hate them, whatever you want, but that's what's happening from my view. So, you know, the Democrats are a completely fractured party. The far left has pushed out all of the moderates and centrists in the party. And you're setting up for basically a complete breakdown where they're going to have to either purge the left or completely rebuild or be a non-existent, have no weight. They're not going to matter anymore because if they embrace the far left ideology, regular Americans are going to be like, take a hike. Coronavirus. Oh no, I said it. YouTube's gonna put the who box below my video now. This information is never. So, anyways, we'll see, man. You know, I look tired. I've been worried about this thing. It's been stressful for everyone. You know, I'm not really at risk. You know, but I have a 9-year-old. Actually, you know, kids. I haven't seen really any reports of kids being affected or dying from this. So kids seem to be resilient or resistant in some way that we don't understand yet. But elderly seem to be really susceptible to this, and people like not prolonged, maybe not prolonged exposure or excessive exposure, like these doctors, they're just dead when they were in their 30s, you know, in the prime of their health. And something to do with maybe that they just had to keep being around all these super just sick people that were spreading, you know. There's something to that maybe. But this thing's scary, and I'm going to keep watching it closely. You know, we have, I think, again, well, let's do it. Go back to Trump. I don't buy into any of the BS Democratic talking points, which I think is really wrong of them to try to politicize this whole thing. This is serious crap. And, you know, he tried to take money away from the CDC that would have affected how the coronavirus affected us, and it had bipartisan support between Democrats and Republicans, and it was he got crushed. He wasn't able, you know, to cut that funding. So the other thing is, you know, it's just fake news. It's been put out there. People just don't know. The other thing is, you know, him restricting travel early was huge, so important. And there's so many of our leaders that wouldn't have had the balls or the wherewithal to do that. They got to give him credit where credit's due. You know, that is making a huge difference in our country right now. The fact that he said he was at least cognizant and made that bold move to say, hell no, we are shutting down travel. So the math ain't adding up, right? something's going on over there. We do not want to just let that in our country. And I think that's buying us some time now to properly prepare. Like I've already gotten my water and food. Supposedly, I haven't been to the stores recently, but I heard, talking to my neighbor today, he said that there was, a lot of people clearing the shelves. So it's always smart to think ahead and be proactive, be safe out there. Who knows? I think everything will be okay, but I'm very interested to find out more where this virus originated from, really, where it came from, how it started, and and what we can do to protect ourselves in the future from something like this. So, anyways, stay safe out there. Go fly.